And we're back for our third playthrough of A Gest of Robin Hood, and we will jump right straight into the next ballad. And then we draw the next card.
Robin's Horn.
So move the carriage.
Yeah, so it moves there. So we'll move a henchman with it.
So I'm going to do a single plot, and I'm going to rob here. So at most you can have 3. At most you can have 3. So if I reveal everybody, I'm pretty well guaranteed to get this. Am I thinking about that correctly, you think? And if we're both wrong, don't worry about it. I won't hold it against you.
I think that's correct.
And the worst thing is you could capture one of these guys. All right, I'm going to do that.
Yep. I think that's automatic.
That is automatic, yep.
Now the interesting question is, with all of them revealed...
Well, here's the thing. I mean, just so you know how I was thinking about it. Like, yeah, you can get in there. But, like, next turn I'm going first. So I can, worst case, I can recruit and hide them all. That's why I did that that's why I did the single plot and I didn't do the event.
Yeah.
Is I've got the opportunity to hide them now. I feel like we may be getting a handle on some things.
Yeah, I got to figure out movement of carriages and thinking ahead to that type of a scenario, right? You don't want to move a carriage.
Yeah, by the way, this should go back to your...
Oh, that guy should be in my...
Yeah, you should...
You just don't want to be moving a carriage into the forest
on the first turn after... Yeah, so you don't want to end with a carriage here and on royal inspection. Or actually, you don't want a carriage like... Yeah, to move into one of these two spaces during a royal inspection. It's good to have them move into Nottingham on a royal inspection. All right, so your turn.
Which I don't know, and I don't know the makeup of the deck, because by placing a carriage here, I needed to get him home, or he's already there. Although actually he can be in the forest.
Yeah.
He could have sat in the forest and not...
With the four henchmen you had there, that carriage was probably protected, and you could have said, "I'll just get him home on the royal inspection."
Right.
And meanwhile, you can move the other guy. But your point is well taken. It's like getting to understand the movement of the carriages. I think is gonna be one of the next things we have to figure out.
Well,
I'm sure, by the way, people are going to be watching this video. Well, nobody watches the videos, but someone will watch it and be like, no, you're not figuring it out. You're still playing like a bunch of chumps.
I will tell you what I'm wondering, especially since I just ran low on money, is whether the smart thing is to capture and then ride.
Where would you ride to?
Right.
No, you can.
I've got to ride to a parish.
Yeah.
Got to ride to a parish.
Yep.
That's the challenge there.
I mean, one of the big questions for you, I mean, I shouldn't be trying to help you here, but I feel like this is the turn to get carriages on the board, because you've got lots of time to get them home. You've got lots of time to get the parishes back to submissive. Right. And I feel like this early on is probably when you want to get the carriages rolling.
Oh no, you definitely want to do it early. It's just I ran out.
I would suggest, by the way, that you. Well, actually, this might be a good place to put a carriage now that I think about it, because it's going to move one. But all my guys are revealed.
I'm gonna do a patrol.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I am going to move them. Yep, I think I need to move all of them in there. Oops, that's not obvious.
You know, usually in these coin games, and I remember seeing somebody sort of complain about this online, they have overflow boxes because sometimes they get a little crowded.
Yep. Yep. I'm trying to decide if I should do. I'm going to leave that guy there, and I'm going to actually move him in. For now. Just to not leave Nottingham empty.
Indeed. Oh, you're going to confiscate, yeah.
I feel like that makes sense.
And so the thinking here is you're trying to protect carriages to get them home.
Protect carriages and put that camp at risk.
Got it.
Because I didn't go in here and reveal those guys. I mean, you have the same ability to just sneak.
Yeah.
But if I put a carriage here, then I'm going to move it here, and you're just going to rob it again. So it's like, I need people there.
Fair enough.
That's the thinking.
Fair enough. All right, let's pull.
I don't know how valid it is, by the way.
Yeah, I hear you. I was just trying to understand it because I was a little surprised by that. Okay.
Right. I think I'm going to do. I'll just move that one in there. And I don't think I need to move a henchman with them.
No, probably not.
The other thing I don't know is, but it'd probably be valuable to understand that and start counting cards in terms of how many ones versus twos there are.
Yeah.
I think that matters.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna spend 2 to do some sneaking. Sorry, this is obviously.
And is it just a single?
Plots and deeds. No, because I picked 2 spaces.
Okay.
I picked that's 2 spaces. And then I'll do the turncoat thing.
Interesting. Yep.
Actually, now I think about it. Hang on. Let me. Oh, no, actually, I don't need to do that. Sorry, I don't need to hide this. Well, so what you say interesting.
You sort of did.
You say interesting. curious what you're thinking there. I mean, my main thinking was I don't want to have a revealed Merryman because I don't want you to use the event. Right? So if I had like done like an Inspire or something here, then I would have had that problem.
Yeah, I guess my interesting comment was if I get a
two
carriages.
Yeah. That's certainly what I'm hoping.
I'm going first, so I'll move my henchmen over there.
Yeah.
And they all get revealed.
Actually, wait, that's a good point.
One of the things I'm thinking right now is, shouldn't I just do a patrol, expose something, and just take it? I've got the ability to go expose all those, and I can just patrol. I don't need to move into it.
Yep, correct.
And then take them all on a confiscate or on a capture next turn.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think that's why I was interested. I thought the move, when I said interesting, I was surprised you gave the plots and deeds to give me that.
Yeah, that is actually true. I hadn't thought about that. Well, but the thing I was thinking is that, like, well, no, actually, the thing I was thinking, though, is that if I hadn't, like, the only option I would have been to hire otherwise, to hide everybody in this space. And maybe that is what I should have done, is just hire to keep everybody in this space. And then after that, I could have worried about doing stuff.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, it's a good point. But I was thinking, the problem is I
don't know the answer.
The problem is with a single plot, I couldn't have gotten everybody hidden.
Not everybody, but you could have gotten everyone there hidden.
No, I couldn't have. No, because I have to move them out. And so the thing I did too, because that allowed me to move these guys in, which allowed me to make sure every space was full of hidden guys. Now, again, I'm not sure that was the right thinking. I think
if it's recruits on a single plot. If there is a camp,
right,
flip all to hidden. Yeah. Why couldn't you have flipped them all to hidden?
I should have done. I think right now I'm thinking I should have done that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think my play is.
Yeah. I probably, and I think this is going to be a lesson learned here, right? Is my point. Because I think that would have been smarter now that I see what's going on.
Yeah, I think my play is to do a patrol and flip those two. And that's it.
Yeah.
By the way, I wish you could do it in more than one damn space. The interesting thing is you're right, because yours is origin.
Yes, I know.
So, all right, so that's interesting. I feel like that's a definite.
So I'm going to move this one toward... Did you take your 5 shillings?
Not yet.
I moved it one towards order for you.
This is very interesting.
I'm with you.
decision.
I know. It's tempting to play the event, right?
Is.
Especially because if you don't, the event is kind of attractive for me. That shift towards justice is attractive for me. I mean, bear in mind, you can capture, and it'll be a, it'll be a.
Yeah, but it's just a net.
You would maintain the initiative, right? You'd go for, well, unless you wanted to do multiple things.
Ah! Very interesting decision.
So I think it's interesting that once somebody goes to prison, you can never get the last guy out. There's always going to be one guy there. I'm actually kind of surprised that. I'm surprised that it wasn't round up just for that reason,
Or even if it's only one.
Yeah.
I think I am going to capture. That's so challenging.
You single plotting it? Or are you going to plots and deeds it?
It's a big decision right there. But I think I'm going to single plot it.
All right. I'll just take the event to take the shift towards justice in that case.
Yeah, I get that. Now the twos come up. Ugh. Well. Ugh.
Wow. Four more cards. So two more regular cards and a fortune card.
So I think I'm going to, again, single plot it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move 3 henchmen here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to move all 6 henchmen there. Because it takes 2, right? In a...
Yep.
No.
Isn't it 2?
Oh, the capture requires... If I'm going to capture them...
Yeah.
It requires that they all be there.
Yep. As tempting as that.
I mean, you can't take that. Well, you can take the event, but the shift towards order. If I take Robin Hood.
Yeah, it'd be a net 0.
It's a net 0.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there's another revolting province.
Yep. I mean, right now, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 revolting provinces, and you're running low on time and money to do much about it. I'm gonna do plots and deeds.
I think that's the smart thing.
here's an interesting question. Maybe we should look this up. So when I move guys from this space, it actually doesn't, it's not going to matter for what I'm about to do. But when I move guys from this space, if I sneak guys from this space, do I need to like sneak them while they're on? Can I hide them before I sneak them, or is it like you're going to know where Robin Hood goes? Do you know what I mean by that?
Doesn't feel very sneaky. Sneaking merrymen that will become hidden should be set to hidden before placing them in destination spaces, so the sheriff does not know which of them is Robin Hood.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna pay.
That makes sense to me from a thematic.
Yeah, me too. That's why I was asking. Is suddenly I was like, All right, so I'm gonna pay 1 to sneak, and I'm not gonna bother hiding them because it doesn't matter given what I'm about to do. And I'm going to sneak them that way. And then I'm going to inspire to shift 1 towards justice. Because I don't think you can reasonably capture Robin Hood at this point in the amount of time left. I could be wrong.
4 cards left?
Yeah. Well, the other thing is I've got the opportunity next time to I can hide him, right, before you can capture him. Haha, I was wrong.
When you say you're wrong, why are you wrong?
Because you can now hire in this province. Which
I can hire in that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the problem is this card is literally going to make it possible. I mean, again, it's a calculated risk. I probably would have taken, even knowing this card exists, I probably would have taken it. I mean, the thing is, it's gonna be a net 0 anyway because I'm gonna shift 1 towards order.
Well, so what's interesting, I can do a hire, but it doesn't say I can. To hire, set revolting parishes with more henchmen than merrymen to submissive. So assuming it's a true hire.
Right. We covered that. That's right. You can. This is a way. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm correct.
So I don't think I can just flip that or this one. I think my only option is to flip.
You can flip Mansfield right? If you want.
That's my only one.
Well, and you should though, because now then there will be there'll be 5 submissive parishes.
Yep. And then you are also able to inspire, but you can't do that.
I can donate. Donate, and donate isn't going to help me here because
you don't have any places. So that doesn't help you.
Yeah, so we shift 1 back towards order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
That was cool. That was actually cool.
Yep. All right.
Oh, I like this. Ooh, I don't like that.
You don't like it?
Well, the event's interesting for you in this situation, I think. Like you could you could set this parish to submissive and move Robin Hood somewhere. I mean, if only partly because like the event is super interesting for me, right? I mean, again, I don't know how desperately you need this carriage to make it home, but that would be a way of like that would be a way of setting Remston or Tuxford, but probably Remston to submissive, and then you move Robin Hood to here, and then I have to do something about that, right? Pretty much. I don't know why I'm telling you what I think you should do.
Yeah, it's an interesting. Well, no, it's an interesting. It's a.
But the question is, how much do you? But on the other hand, if you really need that carriage to get home, then moving guys in here so that you can kind of protect there is maybe not a terrible idea. Because right now, if you don't do anything, this is a good rob opportunity for me.
It is. Very interesting decision. And let's see. Huh. I think, let's see. Does Robin Hood move here revealed?
I think so. I mean, I don't know why you would. I don't know why you.
I think you just move them, however they are.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, it's an interesting, challenging decision. But I do think. Really interesting decision, actually, for a lot of reasons. Ugh, not it. These games make you think, man.
Damn them.
I think that's the right play.
I do too, by the way. Just so you know.
And yeah.
Well, I think this is fairly easy. I don't think I've got any choice really, but I can't afford to lose him and then take that shift towards
right.
Towards justice. I mean, I guess I could actually hang on a second. Now that I think about it, I think I'll move him there instead, because then I can next turn I can plots and deeds that into submission.
Right. It's interesting, it's one thing that's really interesting. Yeah. One thing that's interesting about being Robin Hood is you can't really move very much. You're kind of. No, 2 carriages.
Place the bishop in the traveler's deck and remove a knight from the traveler's deck or discard pile. Then shuffle the traveler's deck. All right, I think this is actually one of the easier decisions I'm going to make in the game.
Okay.
So I'm going to recruit. To place a camp.
Yeah, that's a free shilling. And a shift to justice. And I can't get to it.
Yeah.
And do anything to it.
And then I will inspire. It's not going to save me anything. You still got 5 parishes. Yeah. But it at least creates something to deal with next turn.
Not that the plots and deeds matters. Ironically,
actually, can you... One second. I'm going to do one more thing.
Okay.
Which is...
On the recruit?
Yeah, I'm also going to recruit here.
Yep.
Just to get more forces on the board for early next turn.
Yeah, no, I think that's smart.
What is the... I didn't even really look at the event. Oh, gain 2 shillings, but the rest of it isn't super interesting. Although 2 shillings would not hurt. What was this carriage, by the way? Okay.
That was an interesting challenge to decide.
I know, because this shit... Yeah. I mean, the thing is I think the thing where it's going to pay off for you is I think if you hadn't done that, there was a good chance... I think I stood a better chance of setting more than one parish. Like I could have inspired down here. I had more options, and I think so. I would have. I'm going to be honest with you. I was hoping you didn't do it. Let's put it that way. Especially because I think the event for me was also like would have been. Yeah, the event for me would have allowed me to do a bunch of stuff. So I think it was the right. I think it was absolutely the right play.
So as much as I'd like those shillings, I feel like the thing I want to do, I don't know how wise this is. And this has nothing to do with anything other than, well, say all that. I don't know if I agree with my thinking.
Last turn or on the last thing or on this one?
On that one, that move there.
Yeah, I mean the thing is because the flip happens after, after everything's done. I'm not sure it helps you a ton. I mean,
it might. Do I want?
I mean, I hate to say it, but like something you might want to think about is taking the 3. Oh no, I did plots and deeds. So the most
you did that. I can take 2 shillings or get 2 shillings.
Yeah.
I mean, the event's 2 shillings.
Yeah.
Interesting decision.
Putting him in the victim's pile doesn't do much. But it does make you... You're doing the event, right?
I'm doing the event. It's a monk that's just easy to rob.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I'm getting 2 shillings, I might as well get...
Yep. I agree with that. I think that's right. It makes that deck a little bit less hospitable for me.
Interesting.
You've said that a lot in the last 5 minutes.
I know.
All right, there's no carriages. So we shift 1 towards order because there are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, what's interesting is the difference between...
I was just going to say the exact same thing. I wish that event had come up. Because
the difference between 5 and 4 is 2. Not 1, by the way. Right? It's 1 towards order. And it's not like there's one that's 0. It's either going down or it's going up. It's a
shift of 2. Yes, that's a big break point. Actually, that isn't what I was going to say. I was going to say that that event, which takes 1 submissive marker off the board, is I'm beginning to realize
huge right there.
I'm beginning to realize how big that is.
Yep.
All right, I gain 1 shilling for each camp in a forest.
Brilliantly done. Don't take mine.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. I hovered over that for a second. Then I was like, wait, that's not the one I take. Then performs a single rob plot. So I think that rob plot is obviously going to happen here. Oh, damn it. This guy again? Oh, my God. I can't afford to spend my 3 shillings, though, you know?
Yeah.
Like, starting the turn with no shillings? That's just not really a thing I can do. Donating doesn't help me. That was something Again, I think you're playing well, because one of the things... What?
Look at the coin bag.
How are you doing that?
Right click. Once you pull the first one up, hover over and right click.
Why is this not working? Got it. Lesson learned. So again, I say, again, I think you're playing really well. One of the things I really wanted to try to do this game was end turns with my guys in places where I could donate, and you're not letting me do that at all. So one of these guys comes back to available, and then it's. So did you get all your shillings?
I got my shillings.
You got nobody in.
I don't have any henchmen in a revolting parish. I don't have any henchmen out in a parish. And this time I cannot.
So you know what's interesting? I'm realizing. Oh no, wait. It's like if I had found a way to like. If I'd found a way to like flip that, that would have been really good. All right, so you're moving your guys back, or are you moving your guys around?
I had to move out of the forest, and I think that's the only place I had to move out of.
Yeah, now you can choose to.
I think I have somebody in every space.
You don't have someone in Blythe.
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
And you don't have anyone in Tuxford, but it's revolting.
I can't put them there because it's revolting. While you're thinking of how to move your guys, I'm going to go grab me a burr.
That's good. That's actually going to save me from having to use the hidden zone to move guys around.
It will. All right, am I safe to come in? Am I safe to come in, David?
You are. You're good. Thanks for joining us again for a Gest of Robin Hood. Hope you're enjoying these games. I know we're absolutely loving a Gest of Robin Hood. Hope that you are enjoying the videos, but also enjoying playing the game on your own. If you are enjoying the videos, the channel, it would be great if you could like the videos and leave comments. That really helps the videos get found, as well as helping the channel. If you could subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we produce new content. Sharing the videos also helps. All of that is great. But we very much appreciate you joining us here, and we'll see you next time on Agility Snips Gaming Table.